G'day and welcome to the box seat. I'm Pete Anthonus. It's good to be here to preview 7 races coming from Ascot Racecourse this Saturday. If we have a quick look at the forecast, the weather looks sunny and 29 degrees. The track should be a good 4 once again, and the rail is in the 3 metre position. Race 1 on the card jumps at 12.57. It's a TABtouch Better Your Bet handicap over 1,500 metres. And for our horse and focus, we'll go back to Pinjarra and take a look at the most recent start of Patristic.
Now on Universal Appeal, followed by Double the Pro and Woodbug over towards the rail. It's Patristic and Inflation, and they're having a soul-stirring battle at the 200 mark. Inflation won't yield. Patristic won't go away. It's Patristic, Inflation, toe-to-toe. Inflation gets the head back in front. Patristic comes again. Inflation confidently ridden, hands and heels there.
Patristic was good last start there at Pinjarra. It sat in the breeze with Inflation, the eventual winner, just going on with the job, but both of those horses cleared out. I think it looks a very nice race coming back towards the Metro form. I think it maps pretty well from gate 4. Sean O'Donnell has every option. He can lead, he can sit in the breeze, or he could take one out, one back if he desires. It should be reproducing on any of its recent figures. If it reproduces those, it should go pretty close to winning this race. Second pick is the 1 Flat Bicky, who led last start. 2 starts prior, it was 3 wide without cover and was still too good. And I think from gate 1, it should have every option once again to settle in the first couple of runners. Third pick is the 7 Divine Quest, who had a few excuses last start. It was restrained a little bit early, didn't get any clear room in the straight, but at the same time was least affected by mid-race slowdown, so it had a bit each way there. And then the 4th pick is the 3 Double the Pro, who's been pretty consistent so far. The last start, there wasn't really any intent. It sat with cover. It was just out sprinted a little bit late. It got a little bit too far back on the slow tempo. Maps pretty well for this event. On top for me in race 1 is the 4 Patristic, 1 Flat Bicky, 7 Divine Quest and 3 Double the Pro. Race 2 at Ascot jumps at 1.37. It's the Mal Green handicap over 1,000 metres. And our horse and focus hasn't been seen, it hasn't trialled in a little while, so we'll have a look at the last start performance of the 9th hour from October last year.
Go. Crypto Kid quickly raced 2.5 in front of Olga Louise. Icemaker with a rails run. Here comes on the outside the 9th hour, and also Festival Miss with their runs at the 100 metre mark, and Festival Miss in the 9th hour. They're together, the 9th hour. Festival Miss. Noski's lifting the 9th hour. He lands the money. The 9th hour.
Was pretty keen to find this horse on the Thursday card. It's been scratched for today or coming up on Saturday's racing. And I think without the trial, there's probably a bit of intent there from the stable that they were keen to set it for a first up assignment. It seems to get into a good spot from gate 4. There will be some good speed up front, so it just needs to get a bit of momentum coming around the corner the 9th hour, and it should be strongest through the line. It's on top for me from the 2 Time to Trade, who ran really quick early last start. It was a very strong tempo. I think it should get a little bit of an easier time in front. Alan Kennedy jumps back on from gate 6. He can roll this galloper towards the front of the field. Third pick is a 5, 2 Rise Again. It was ridden with intent last start. It was a little bit of a wide gate and managed to settle itself on the speed down the straight there at Pinjarra. Came across and was just too strong late. I thought that was a pretty good overall figure, and it should go thereabouts from gate 2 once again. And then the 4th pick is the 4 Lord Greystoke, who ran again. It was a good performance, I thought, last start. It was good towards the line, settled itself 1 out, 1 back. A little bit of a sticky gate from 7, but it may well be able to find cover once again. 1 on top, the 9th hour from 2 Time to Trade, 5 2 Rise Again, and 4 Lord Greystoke. Race 3 at Ascot jumps at 2.17. It's the Paul Craig 50th birthday handicap over 1,200 metres. And our horse and focus, we'll have a look at the last start performance of Soitan Rapido.
Soitan Rapido races clear by 2.5 to 3 Saturia. Unicat now starts its move. Gifted Warrior continues to run on. Wanna Be Good finding room towards the inside, finishing very strongly with 150 left to go. Soitan Rapido. Here's Wanna Be Good getting right up on its inside. Soitan Rapido ahead in front. Wanna Be Good driving. Soitan Rapido.
Seems pretty push button at the moment, Soitan Rapido. Last start it was a little bit slow away, but Chloe Azzopardi did her best work, just taking her time to get to the front with the galloper. And I think from gate 7, there's not a whole heap of speed in this event. They'll try the same tactics, get the horse out in front, roll along at good sections, and prove very difficult to get past. It does look the very obvious pick in this event. It's on top from the 6 Alta Solomor, who I think will be better suited coming back to gate 1 and just with a smaller field. It's been getting too far back in slightly bigger fields, and it only really got out the last 100 last start. Previous starts have been much the same story. I just think with that smaller field, it should get a cosier time of things just behind the speed. Third pick is the 5, which is Rockefeller. Last start, it came off the fence at the right time. It was just a little bit plain towards the line. Perhaps that could have been due to having 2 trials in the lead up to that first up assignment, but I'm prepared to give the horse another go based on its Eastern States form. And then the 4th pick is the 1, New Time, who in the trial was outside in the breeze. I thought it was pretty good just going back to the line. It just kept finding late. It was good to see the 11-year-old gelding back in reasonably good nick. On top in race 3, the 3, Soytown Rapido, 6, Alta Solomor, 5, Rockefeller and 1, New Time. Race 4 at Ascot jumps at 3 p.m. It's the Alistair McKenzie Birthday Handicap over 2,100 metres, and our horse in focus will head down to Pinjarra to check out the last start performance of iArt.
Marley hugs the rail, then Queen Carnilla back in the middle, and down on the inside is iArt. 300 left to go. Tortina grabbed Jacker's Mob. In behind them, Our Girl Marley, followed by Doc Fryer. Now flat to the floorboards. iArt looking for a rails run. Tortina, Jacker's Mob. Jacker's Mob fights back, regains the lead. iArt, though, squeezing up on his inside. iArt, Jacker's Mob. It's iArt. iArt right up against.
I've been really impressed with what iArt has done so far this preparation. It's gone from parading a little bit iffy in the yard and getting a bit carried away before its races to just gradually mellowing each start. Last start it was 3 back the fence and took forever to get a gap, but when it found it, it really accelerated along the fence to finish off strong there at Pinjarra. I think the step up to 2,100 looks even more ideal, and from gate 7 it should get into a good spot courtesy of Dan Stake, who's in red hot form at the moment. It goes on top for me from the 1, Palace Rogue, who led last start on the slow tempo, but it should be able to actually find the front probably once again. Chloe Has the Party's a bit of a signal there from gate 16. I think she will be able to roll this horse towards the front. If it settles in the breeze, it's probably not too much of a concern. I'm not sure there's a whole heap of tempo in this event. Third pick is the 12, Unending, who was just okay last start. I thought there was a few excuses there. It was quite a slowly run race. There was a little bit of support just coming on for the horse in previous starts. It wasn't there last start. Might have needed that run first up, and it looks better suited going up to the 2,100. It should have a lot of fitness under its belt. And then 4th pick is the 2, 23 Red. If Palace Rogue doesn't lead, then 23 Red certainly will be. It sat outside in the breeze last start and has done that most of this prep so far. It's a horse that will appreciate this level of distance. On top in race 4 for me is the 6, iArt, 1, Palace Rogue, 12, Unending, and the 2, 23 Red.